In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 instances where we find the number alpha 1/137, which unifies and makes sense out of the 3 main models of physics: quantum mechanics, relativity, and Maxwell's equations. We'll start by looking at the quantum block, which has 27 nodes or harmonic oscillators at the quantum level. These nodes are connected to the central harmonic oscillator by 26 elastic type pipes, and through both flows an ether. Now, the maximum radius of these strands and the nodes, when fully dilated, of a wave passing through is h bar. This is why the speed of light is constant regardless of momentum. The wave cannot multiply in speed, it can only multiply in volume. And at each point in the fabric, when it's at rest, there are 7 nodes touching. When an electron passes through, its angular momentum twists the central harmonic oscillator, which in turn twists and rotates the other 6. One in front, one behind, and 4 at the sides. That rotation gives us pi. Each of those harmonic oscillators exert an opposite twist as it moves back to rest. So altogether we have n by pi by 7 nodes divided by n by pi to the power of 7, because the rotation of each one multiplies the rotation of all the others. The next instance of 137 reveals why an electron has angular momentum. The angle of just over 137 degrees is the angle formed by the spiral, which we find in the Fibonnacci numbers. When we apply the ratio of each Fibonacci number to the next, we get a ratio of approximately 5.08 to pi. When that ratio is applied to the circumference of a circle, we get the angle of just over 137 degrees. When a photon is forced over this critical angle of curvature in the space-time fabric, it forces the forward moving wave to spiral into a rotating wave, a vortex, an electron. The angular momentum of this vortex twists the fabric, giving mass, because mass is a measure of the compaction. As it twists the fabric, it compacts it and prevents light from passing straight through. This is the real reason for the photoelectric effect. A photon is broken up and twisted into a vortex and sent flying off. This vortex acts both like a propeller propelling itself through the fabric and like a vacuum pulling in ether, which we detect as charge. The vacuum pull, which we detect as magnetism. To illustrate this, we'll look at the equation for the permittivity of light through graphene, which is the charge of an electron squared divided by Planck's constant h multiplied by the speed of light c is equal to 1/137. When we compare this, we find that it's exactly the same as the equation for the flow caused by a vortex, where the vorticity V is equal to the negative pressure rho squared divided by 2 pi r. 2 pi r is the area of the vortex itself, and in this case r is h bar, the radius of the harmonic oscillators and the strands of the fabric at full dilation. We multiply both sides by the universal unit of movement in the universe, which is the speed of light, c, and we get c divided by 137, which is the vacuum pull or charge of the electron squared divided by 2 pi h bar, which is the size of the vortex itself, which makes up everything in the universe.